Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Hard Copy coming to you from our studios in Abuja. Our guest tonight is the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, and we're about to delve into the issue of minimum wage. But before we delve into that issue, you're talking about what you've done to, stop unemployment. I mean, rising further from the 14.2% we currently understand it is at. What precisely?
I told you that the federal government, as a deliberate policy, decided not to retrench anybody. That's one. So if we could not create new ones, let us even hold what we have. But we created new ones. We did about 10,000 in the police force. We did the N-Power program, in which we have taken in about 250,000 young people, graduates, and teach, and agriculture, and health, and build. 250,000 persons.
250,000 is definitely not 3.5 million people who've lost their jobs.
No, I'm coming. In the oil industry, that's what I was saying before we adjourned for the break. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Why? The IOCs, international oil corporations, they're not doing no new oil search. They're not doing no drillings. Even if they wanted to do, militancy didn't allow them. A lot of them packed up. Oil prices made oil common commodity. Prices of oil was going down to even price of water. And so, what happened? There was a lull in that industry. And they wanted to push people out. We had to do an oil conference between the oil unions and the majors. We called them Ajib, Shell, Chevron, and the rest of them all. And we had a conference, and we made an agreement. Go to the top, remove the pecs from the MDs, EDs, GMs, these people who have 7 cars, 2 homes, one. So we cut down there and move the money. The resources gotten from there down the line.
Dr.
So the retrenchment, very little. I mean, even before you retrench, we forced them to do what you call collective bargaining agreement and then apply the redundancy law.
Which
Section
might
20.
dovetail into the next question about job protection. In that instance, you might have succeeded in the oil industry, but people also believe that the federal government...
banks too.
It's not doing enough.
When the banks wanted to do that,
the federal government is not doing enough when it comes to the jobs that we're getting. For instance, now, the railway lines, the agreements we're signing with China, for instance, people believe that the federal government can do a lot more to ensure that Nigerians are able to get most of the jobs. That is not happening. We see a lot of foreigners coming to do jobs that Nigerians can do.
Yes.
What is the federal government doing about that?
We are doing a lot about that. My counterpart in Interior have been tasked by the government to do a lot, especially in terms of the immigration status of people who come in.
So you are aware of the problem?
We are. I got papers. They complained to me. I'm Minister of Labour. I put it up in council. And we discuss it. So we are doing something. We are doing something. I have an employment and wages section in my place. We are invigorating them. They will move out too. If we see any Chinese person driving a tractor now, we will know what to do. That company will query them.
So let's talk about minimum wage then, which is one area that, the Nigerian Labour Congress has been looking at for quite a while. What is happening? You have said that there is no time frame for the negotiation of a new minimum wage. Why is that?
I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that, but I won't also deny that
that was part of what you said.
We didn't put a time frame on it because we have not put up a committee, the national committee.
Why is it taking so long? This was since May 25.
No, it's taking so long, but I'm very hopeful that by this month we'll do it, the inauguration of that committee. First and foremost, we had some drawback because we wrote out to Governors Forum for their 6th governor nomination. We wrote letters also to Nigerian Labour Congress, then TUC, Trade Union Congress, for their own nominations. The nomination just came about 2 weeks ago. The Governors Forum were the first to send people about a month ago. They sent 6 governors, 1 from each geopolitical zone. And then the federal government team were ready.
You're also aware that labor unions, I guess, agitated over comments attributed to the vice president, where he said that there will be a selective implementation of the minimum wage.
The vice president, I think, was quoted out of context. He's a constitutional lawyer, and he knows what the Constitution says in Section 34, the issue of minimum wage and arbitration, labor issues, that on this exclusive federal government list. What the vice president, I think he was trying to say, is that when the minimum wage comes, people will do what they want selectively. Some people can pay more than the minimum wage. The minimum wage is a baseline. It's a baseline payment at which nobody, no state, no employer of labor, even in the private sector, can go under. Like today is 18,500. So anybody paying anything less than 18,500, anywhere, private sector, public sector, they are committing an offense. And it's punishable by the fines that are contained in the minimum wage law.
I have 2 minutes.
I think that's what the vice president was trying to say.
I have 2 minutes
and,
to wrap up.
It was misunderstood.
And I have
so
to touch...
we will do it. Let's not forget, yesterday, Anand got the nomination from NECA, who is coordinating the organized private sector.
Dr. Ngige, I hate to interrupt you again, but quickly,
yes.
Elections in your home state are coming up. Do you think that you have done enough to market your party, especially from the efforts from your ministry so far, from what you have done in the Ministry of Labor? Or do you think that you've done enough to sell your party to people of Anambra State?
I have done enough, but my ministry is just one ministry in Nigeria out of the 24 we have. But the major ministry that is creating impact in my state now is the Ministry of Works and Housing. They are tarring the Enugu 9th Mile Federal Road into Amansi.
This is despite the feelings of the people of the Southeast that they have been sidelined by the government of the APC.
Not in infrastructure. Not in infrastructure. They can talk about appointment. Yes, appointment is neither here nor there. Because for me, we've held so many big positions before. There was a time we had Ministry of Finance, we had Secretary to Government of the Federation, we have Deputy Senate President, even Senate President, and all the big ministries. What did those people do with those positions for the Southeast? That is where the question should start. Not for a government that has just been in place for 2 years. And within that 2 years, they have done Enugu Onisha for you. They have done Enugu Okigwe. They have done Okigwe to Port Harcourt. And I mean,
Dr. Chris
and done Owerri to Port Harcourt. I mean, they should give us some part. I'm an infrastructure man. And when we see infrastructure,
we're totally out of time. But we must thank you most kindly for coming on Hard Copy.
You're welcome. My people will vote for APC.
Well, that's the program tonight. But we want to hear from you. Are you happy with the efforts of the Ministry of Labor so far to stop unemployment and create more jobs? Talk to us using the handles showing on your screen. Thank you for watching tonight. I'm Maokwe Ogun. See you next week.